No personal mobile phones at work. Longtime lurker. Recently managed to inflict my own little bit of malicious compliance. Enjoy. I, 33M. Work in IT cybersecurity. And my work has been on a big multi-factor authentication. The SMS codes from your phone or authenticator apps type thing. Push to better secure our systems as a result. Basically every system or software requires a phone to access. Like many other places, my work does not supply phones to its workers unless they are sufficiently far up the leadership chain. Friday. My boss sends one of those directives that Mangleman bosses always do. To try and be commanding. He tells me that personal device use at work is not permitted. And specifically cites mobile phones as an example. Cue malicious compliance. To comply with the directive, I uninstall all the MFA code applications on my phone that are needed by work. And submit tickets for getting the desktop versions. It fulfillment's response? What desktop version? Boss is backpedaling. But it wouldn't matter at this point, as the tokens for the MFA apps are gone. For extra irony, boss rushes approvals for software installs, but gets stuck in the new software approval process he created. End result? I spend Friday browsing the internet while he runs around rushing software approvals for the MFA desktop apps we need. TLDR. Boss says not to use personal phones at work. I stop using personal phones at work and can no longer access systems. Boss should learn to ask informed people before making decisions. I hope you shared that MC with your team. Those tokens aren't free. Never stop the enemy while they're making a mistake. So boss, when will my company cell phone be issued? Once we decided on MFA, I put my foot down in demanding hardware tokens for everyone without a work cell phone. Execs originally wanted to save money and tell people to install it on their personal phones. Using their phone is easier. So if people want to use their personal phones, they can as an option. But they need to be the ones to request it. Sometimes it's nice having mostly union staff so I don't need to deal with execs trying to be cheap. Or slimy. Play stupid games as they say. For extra irony, boss rushes approvals for software installs, but gets stuck in the new software approval process he created. Always nice to see people who want to act as barriers being screwed by their own barriers. Was it just you or everyone? We had that issue at my workplace because my organization has clinics and jails with rules against cell phones. They purchased the dual authentication key fobs for the employees. Good. My personal devices are for my personal use only. I had a similar situation where we need to install an app on our personal phone to get calls redirected when nobody was at the office. But the boss didn't want us to use our personal phones at work either. They even put up signs all over the place. I just uninstalled the app and problem solved for me. It took a long time for them to realize I didn't have the app anymore. But at least I stopped having to deal with customers when out of the office. I get that uninstalling your authenticator app was an act of malicious compliance. But the solution your help desk was looking for is Authy. I do cleared work where absolutely no personal devices are allowed in our workspaces, but we have computers with an outside internet connection, and I'm constantly having to use MFA to sign into different websites. Authy has mobile, desktop and browser versions that sync across all devices. Definitely beats having to run outside the SCIF to get the authorization code for whatever account I'm trying to get into and rushing back in before the code expires. I am waiting for the day I do similar. I run an off-site team who more or less answers to the client. My personal phone is the link between client and myself and the company, myself. We do have a landline but no voicemail. Off goes the personal phone and my client and company can call the office to see if I am at my desk or in the field. Emails are a thing, but would only be during scheduled hours. While at desk, good luck. Couldn't they just change conditional access to allow you through authentication based on location? That's how it works at my job. No MFA prompts in the office, only from outside the org. We had a similar thing, but everyone refused point blank to install anything on our personal phones and demanded work supply a phone. I love this MFA stuff. I have friends with non-smartphones. On purpose. Age and other reasons. And it causes so much work to support them. I made my work's IT department send the MFA phone call to my desk phone. Hell no, was I using my personal phone without reimbursement. They were like, but it's more convenient. Don't care. Ha ha ha, that's brilliant, nicely done. Q. Or Q if you squint. QU if you believe in infinite silent letters. Q if you're watching Star Trek. What desktop version? Quote, WinAuth is pretty good. Hasn't been updated for ages but it works well. Shit, this has to be the best MC I've ever seen here. Thank you.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.